All right. Good morning. This morning we are going to talk about Cypress, and I'm sure that all of you have Cypress. Cypress is an oil that I don't use a lot, but it's really, really good when I remember to use it. And it's really good. It's in a lot of blends. It's in quite a few Desiree's blends. There, that looks better. Okay, so the cypress tree, commonly used in landscapes, is a perennial evergreen. And it's tall and skinny. It almost looks like for a windbreak. The defining features of this tree are its upright and tall form. These trees can grow to exceptional heights of 60 to 80 feet. The foliage of the cypress tree is dark green and scale-like. The tree also produces cones that are 1.5 inches across. These cones are woody and scaly and usually take 2 years to mature. The origin of the cypress tree is the Mediterranean and Western Asia. So ancient Romans popularized the cultivation of the cypress tree throughout the Roman Empire. Though the Egyptians had used the bark of the cypress to make their sarcophagi, and the Phoenicians and Cretans used it for the wood for their ships. And Shakespeare wrote that the coffins made of cypress were in his play Twelfth Night. So it's in a lot of the ancient cultures, then the cypress tree is symbolic of life after death. So cypress is also associated with mourning because, as it still is today, the cypress tree was used as ornamental decoration in cemeteries. However, the cypress tree has lots more useful reasons to use it than just that. So it is the oil of motion and flow. And this, both of the oils, and it's the oils today, are just the ones that doTERRA picked. But as I was looking at these and preparing for these, the emotional benefits of cypress and oregano go so well together. It's really interesting. So cypress creates energetic flow and emotional catharsis. Stagnant energies are brought into motion through fluid energy of this oil. Cypress works in the heart and mind, creating flexibility. I think we all need and realize we need lots of flexibility right now. Cypress teaches the soul how to let go of the past by moving with the flow of life. The oil is especially indicated for individuals who are mentally or emotionally stuck, stiff, rigid, tense, overstriving, or have perfectionistic tendencies. This hard driving stems from fear and the need to control. The individual tries to force things in life rather than allowing them to unfold naturally. In addition to the emotional flow it can create, cypress oil can also help us to learn how to go with the flow. Showing a person how to let go, trust the process of life, and enjoy the course. Because of these qualities, it might also help a person struggling with loss, control, tension, and more. So if you are having trust issues, massage 1 drop over the heart center. If you're using this daily, get your tissues, journal, and possibly a counselor ready. I thought that was interesting the way they put that. If you're dealing with grief, use aromatically by diffusing in the room or inhaling directly from the palms of your hands. If you struggle with perfectionism, inhale directly from cupped hands or use 1 drop daily over the heart or solar plexus. So if you want to feel less controlling, fearful, perfectionistic, rigid, stuck, and tense, then use cypress. If you want to feel more flexible, trusting, flowing with life, and adaptable, then use cypress. I thought it was interesting in the descriptions that it's talking about our energies getting stuck, and it talks about getting our energies, and let me see how it said it. that stagnant energies are brought into motion through fluid energy of this oil. But then it also specifies that we need to be willing to let go and go with this flow. The flow can be created all at once, but if we're stuck standing on the bank, then we're not going to go with the flow. So there's the two aspects of that really struck me as I was thinking about it. So the top properties of Cypress are it's antibacterial, antiseptic, antirheumatic, it's a stimulant, a vasoconstrictor, which means it constricts blood vessels, which increases blood pressure. It's tonifying, anti-infectious, antimicrobial, mucolytic, astringent, deodorant, diuretic, lymphatic and prostate decongestant, refreshing and relaxing. So that is a lot of things that it will do. The primary benefits are it promotes vitality and energy, it relieves anxious thoughts, and we think of citrus. I think of citrus for releasing anxious thoughts, but Cypress is not a citrus by any means. But it might be good to try combining those, or remembering that if the citrus isn't working, try Cypress. Use on your skin pre-workout, calms emotions, improves the appearance of your skin, and it's a natural deodorant. So some of the top uses are it supports healing of wounds and infections fast. Lots of times people will use Cypress when they're making soap because it is antibacterial. When you have skin eruptions or things like that, then you can use Cypress. Victoria puts Cypress in her yarrow palm serum that she uses on her face every day. So that's a really good thing. You can apply 2 to 3 drops on if you have cuts, wounds, and incisions, and it will be supportive of the healing. If you have cramps and muscle pulls, it will help relieve this. And I missed this when I was reading it last night, but boy, I'm getting my Cypress and putting it right on my bedstand. It relieves restless leg syndrome. I have had my legs have been bothering me really bad the last couple of days. So I've had Aroma Touch there so I can rub it on, but I'm going to try the Cypress. One of the things it does and why it helps that is it increases blood circulation, and it's really supportive of that. It's a diuretic, so it clears up lactic acid, which is a common cause of cramps, aches, and pains. So you can apply it to tight, sore muscles or use with a carrier oil for a massage. Rub the oil mixture into the affected areas 2 to 3 times per day, depending on needs. It can help the body flush out toxins. It can, and it might help increase your sweat and perspiration, which is one of the ways that the body has so that it can get rid of toxins. This is interesting, but because it promotes blood clotting. So you've got, if you're bleeding and you need to stop the bleeding, you've got helichrysum is one of the main ones, and geranium does that, and Cypress does that. And I had forgotten that Cypress did that. But that's part of the vasoconstrictor property that it has. It is supportive of telling respiratory conditions to go bye-bye. So rub on chest with fractionated coconut oil to be supportive of your respiratory system. Add 5 drops of Cypress to a warm water bath to treat respiratory conditions. Because of its antibacterial properties, you can use it as a natural deodorant, and it will help get rid of the bacteria that cause the odor. It induces a calm, relaxed feeling when used aromatically or topically, but is also energizing. It's particularly good for people with emotional stress, insomnia, or recent trauma or shock. You can diffuse in your home or office and add 5 drops to a warm bath as a natural remedy for anxiety. It will, when you have got, lots of times on our legs, we've got unsightly either veins or situations that cause, especially our thighs, to not look great. It is effective in supporting our treatment of those because it stimulates circulation and is a diuretic. So therefore, it can be used on any condition that is caused by less than ideal circulation. Try mixing together cypress and grapefruit with fractionated coconut oil and rub on the problem areas to help give skin a firmer, more youthful appearance. And so this is one of those things that when you're treating these two situations, then it's not going to be an overnight fix. But if you consistently use the cypress and grapefruit, you should notice an improvement. You can consider adding 1 to 3 drops of cypress oil to your shampoo, conditioner, or homemade face wash. It's perfect for a deep clean and beneficial to the skin and hair because of its antimicrobial properties. It can benefit the scalp by reducing hair loss and promoting new hair growth. Boy, you know, I was reviewing these at midnight last night, which is the first hint of why I would miss things. But promoting new hair growth is something I'm very interested in doing right now. So cypress is going to go in along with the rosemary that I put in with my shampoo. It improves the health and condition of the scalp, enabling the pores to naturally tighten, thus stopping the hair loss cycle. Lots of times you'll see people that have to have braces on their wrists, and lots of times it's with people who do a lot of typing or are at a computer and they have a condition that is very, very painful. You can combine wintergreen and cypress to treat that. Take 3 to 4 drops of the mixed oils and rub them on the area and using a carrier oil is optional. If you have a condition with your eyes that you are not able to see as clearly as you'd like, and that you start to lose your straight on vision, or you have things that are floating through your vision, then combine cypress, frankincense, and helichrysum oils have been shown to improve vision and support nerve tissues. Apply 3 drops of any of these essential oils 2 times daily on the cheeks and lateral eye area. So you want to put it on the occipital bone around your eye here. Immortelle is another oil that is good for that particular situation. If you want to have energy for exercise and running, apply to your feet and legs prior to a long run. I wish it said that it gives you the motivation to exercise and run. That's what I need. But if you want the energy to do it, use cypress. You can apply 2 to 3 drops to the chest before gardening or whenever you need energy. So I did do cypress. I think the cypress has actually been a year or so ago, but I have sent out the handouts and the recipes. I will be, with cypress, I probably will send out the recipes again because it's been quite a while since I've done anything. Did the spotlight on cypress. So next, we are going to talk about oregano. There. So oregano comes in the 15 ml and the Oregano Touch, which both are extremely useful to have. I also did oregano just in March. I don't know whether it was probably the product of the month, but I just did a presentation on it in March. So hopefully you'll remember a lot of these, and I'm going to skip through some of it. There. So the oregano plant is a bushy perennial that's part of the Lamiaceae or something like that family. The leaves of the plant are fragrant and are characterized by their rounded to ovate shape. This plant produces tiny pinkish purple or white flowers. It grows best in dry to medium moisture and well-drained soils. It thrives in full sun. The doTERRA's oregano oil is steam distilled from the leaves, and it's sourced from Turkey. It is one of the most versatile and powerful essential oils. It possesses a high concentration of both carbachol and thymol. These are two phenol chemicals with cleansing properties. It is great for using it in a cleansing agent, but it's also is super good in supporting a healthy immune system, healthy digestion, and respiratory functions. And it's an excellent source of antioxidants. This is one of the ones that just, this little interesting tidbit is it is kosher certified. So emotionally, oregano is the oil of humility and non-attachment. Oregano cuts through the fluff of life and teaches individuals to do the same. It removes blocks, clears negativity, and cuts away negative attachments. Oregano is a powerful oil and may be even described as forceful or intense. So with Cypress, then it's helping to get the flow going and to help us be able to go with the flow. Oregano is going to help remove blocks, clear negativity, and cuts away negative attachments. So all of those can just flow right out of us if we're using the two oils. Oregano addresses the need to be right. Individuals in need of oregano may attempt to convert other people to their own fixed opinions. Their strong will can make them unteachable and unwilling to budge. And that goes right along with how Cypress was, if you're stuck, controlling, rigid. So like I said, these two oils, it just was surprising to me last night how well they go together. And I think I'm going to try using them together to see what happens. So oregano is resolute and has the power to break through a strong will and teach humility. On the deepest level, oregano dispels materialism and attachment that hinders growth and progress. Oregano encourages true spirituality by inviting the soul to live in non-attachment and teaches that devotion to a higher power includes letting go of rigidity, willfulness, negative attachments, and materialism. So negative attachments can be negative feelings and emotions that have attached us to us from other people, or it can be attachments that we've developed to things or people which are not serving our best interest and are not a positive thing in our life. So oregano could be used to help get rid of negative attachments, no matter which way they're going. Prideful, opinionated, stubborn, materialistic, and controlling. If you want to feel humble, non-attachment, willing, teachable, and flexible, then use oregano. And like I said, these two, it just was really interesting to me how cypress and oregano are very, very different in their aromas and some of the things we'd use them for, but emotionally, then they really go together so well. The top properties are it is antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, immunostimulant, which means it's supportive of the immune system, and antiseptic to the respiratory system. So the primary benefits is that it offers a powerful antioxidant support. It supports a healthy immune system, healthy digestion, and healthy respiratory function. You can use on surfaces as a powerful cleansing and purifying agent, and it's a flavor enhancer in cooking. So some of the ways to use it are use it when you're sick and are fighting an infection. It is really good to make germs and viruses feel unwanted and create an environment that is uninviting to things that we don't want in our bodies. You can take 1 drop of oregano oil in a veggie cap or 4 fluid ounces of liquid daily to help maintain healthy immune function. It can be taken more frequently when seasonal threats are high or is needed to boost immunity. I've heard so many stories from people how oregano has really helped them prevent discomfort and not feeling good from getting worse, from getting full blown, and how it helps to get out of an undesirable condition quickly, more quickly. So you can add 1 or 2 drops of oregano to a veggie capsule to support healthy respiratory function. You can add 1 drop of oregano oil in place of dried oregano in spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, or on a roast. I wouldn't recommend putting oregano on a roast, but on a roast, yes. 1 drop of oregano oil can replace 1 tablespoon of ground oregano. With oregano, that's one of the ones where I would recommend starting with a toothpick and not with a full drop, because you can always add, but you can't subtract it once it's in there. You can put 10 oregano oil drops in a 16-ounce spray bottle with water for a surface cleaner. And that combination can be used even on natural stone. Depending on, I would expect, and I haven't looked, but it wouldn't surprise me from the things that I've read about oregano if oregano was in a boat. So this is one of those things, the powerful cleansing and purifying agent is to remember, if you don't have your On Guard concentrate and you don't have your abode, oregano is a good substitute, but I really like my abode and my On Guard. So it's a great source of antioxidants. Take it internally by diluting in a drop of water or putting it in a veggie capsule. It also will help support healthy digestion. And have you ever heard the phrase, we're better off together? Well, with oregano and peppermint, that's true. They've done lots of studies, and oregano and peppermint work better when used together, so that you can get a more powerful result. If you have unwanted guests in your intestines, then oregano is good to use. If you've got with your urinary system, you can use oregano and it will help get rid of an infection with that. It will help clean out your digestive tract. I know this is a reminder because I know all of you know about it, but flume or float, the making if you're not feeling good, use frankincense, lemon, oregano, On Guard, and melaleuca or flute is the same ones, except Melaleuca using the tea tree oil. So